Hello, I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I'm very much looking forward to this video. It's just gonna be a chill get ready with me. I am featuring a whole bunch of new to me drugstore products, although several of these things are pretty new. I have the new Covergirl foundation. It's pretty rare to let myself buy a foundation. This I had to try because everyone's talking about how it's so similar to the Chanel famous product. I have the new bronzer from NYX. I admit I've been trying this. It's gorge. Oh, I have this new prime. Okay, it's not new. Been out for like 2 years. It's new to me though. I haven't yet to try this primer from e.l.f. I finally picked it up. I'm not really a primer person. We'll see what I think. And I've got a couple of lip products. So shall we begin, since I have to let this primer set for a little bit, I believe. So like I said, I have been trying some of these things out already, but this is probably one of the least used things that I've tried. I don't know if I'm supposed to use a full pump. When you use this product, do you guys use a full pump? Or do you use less? Okay, we're gonna press that in. And it even says on the back of the bottle to let it sit for like 30 seconds before moving on with the makeup application. So that's what I'm gonna do. e.l.f. has been coming out with a ton of new things and I just have not been drawn to very many of them, unfortunately. Last year I tried a lot of new things just because they were new and I wanted to review them on my channel. I feel like I bought too much stuff last year that I didn't like and ended up giving a lot of things away. So this year I'm trying to be more selective and not to buy things just for review if I don't actually want it. So I'm trying to be better about that, which is why I haven't been doing as many of these drugstore videos as much as I love doing them because they're super fun. I forgot to mention I did already prep my skin with my sunscreen. So that's on there as well, making me extra glowy today. All right, I think I've let it set long enough. Let's move on to the Covergirl. So this is the Simply Ageless Skin Perfector Essence, and I have the lightest shade, shade number 20. I think that's the lightest shade. It's called Light Pale. Accurate. So I'm just going to use one pump. I have been testing this. You can see it's a very liquidy, kind of gross looking product before all the little color capsules burst and get mixed in. It does look kind of gross. And this is how I've just been using it, with my fingers. I haven't actually tried it with a brush or anything yet. I really like how it looks with fingers. And with this, I do tend to kind of add in some face massage too. It's very nice since it has that skincare part of it in it. I don't know, it feels like I just feel like I need to massage it in. So this is what that looks like on my skin. I actually feel like it looks very natural, but it has more coverage than I was expecting. I was expecting it to have kind of nothing, honestly, but it's more than nothing. It's not going to cover, you know, acne marks, things like that, but it does just kind of even the skin tone a little bit, add some brightness, and definitely some dew. I have never tried the Chanel, so I can, you know, compare these, and I'm probably not going to purchase. It's just a very expensive product, and I think that this is quite lovely. If this is what the Chanel's like, I can see why people have loved it for so many years. Since it's such a light coverage based product, I'm going to go in the light coverage concealer. This is from e.l.f. This is the Flawless Brightening Concealer. One of my favorite things e.l.f. makes. I use the shade Fair 15W. It's one of the clicky pen products. I think this is supposed to be a dupe too, isn't it? Is it YSL? If you know, let us all know in the comments. Another product I've never tried. We've got a beautiful rainy day here today. Yesterday was rainy as well, and I didn't do anything but read, and I can't do that again today. Although I want to. It's just this very moody weather. I just want to sit back with copious amounts of tea and read. Today I'm going to make myself clean my house though after I'm done filming. I'm just going to throw in some brow gel, one from e.l.f. again. So this is the Wow Brow in the shade Deep Brown. It's a little dark for me, but as long as I don't use too much of it, I can pull this off. What have you guys been reading lately? I actually just finished The Wishing Game by, I think it's Meg Schaffer. What a beautiful novel. Books like that are why I love to read. And honestly, they're hard to come by. I try to stay away from books that are too angsty, which seems to be the ones that get like the best reviews. Everyone loves the super angsty books. I don't. They give me anxiety. Gotta be honest. And I'm always mad at the decisions characters make in books like that. The Wishing Game is an excellent example of a book that has emotion in it, but it's not angsty. Needlessly angsty, I guess I shouldn't say. Okay, I have found that if I am going to be out and about, I do need to powder this a little bit. It's just quite dewy on me, especially when I combine it with sunscreen. And when it comes to cutting down the shine, there's nothing that works like Coty Airspun, at least in my collection. But I still don't powder my whole face. Okay, let's use this NYX bronzer. So this is the new Buttermelt bronzer. I picked up the lightest shade, which is actually quite light. It's the shade Buttercup. I'm gonna give you a swatch of this because it looks kind of like a peachy blush, honestly. Look at that. Great, however, if you have light, warm skin. I should say more fair, because it's pretty light. And in the swatch, you can see it has quite a bit of glow to it. Of course, when you apply it, it doesn't look quite as glowy, but it definitely has some glow. I'm just using the e.l.f. complexion brush. Now, I feel like I just used more than I usually would, but I really wanted you guys to see the color, kind of how peachy it is. I've heard people mention that this range has a lot of pink in it, and you know, this is the only shade I've tried, but I would say in comparison to my Flower Beauty bronzer, this one is definitely more peachy, which I gotta admit, it's quite natural looking. Even though I was kind of heavy-handed on my forehead, it's a more natural looking bronze on me, and I don't think the glow is too much. It looks nice and natural. Okay, I'm gonna try not to be as heavy-handed on my actual cheeks here, just a little bit. See how that looks blushy though? This could definitely just be like a one and done face product here. And even though I've been spending time blending it, I honestly didn't need to do that. It blends beautifully. This is not a stampy product at all. So far I've been very pleased with it. Since I mentioned it, I decided I better just swatch it for you. I want to show it to you compared to the Flower Beauty one that I love so much. This is the shade Sunrise. So here's the one from NYX. There's the one from Flower. So you can see this one is much cooler. It's still glowy like the NYX one. This one is definitely warmer and peachier. I really enjoy both of them though. Oh, looking at that, I really just love how that looks. I tell you all the time how much I love thin makeup products, and this is beautiful. It's not powdery on the skin, leaves a beautiful soft glow. It's really nice. All right, I do not have a new blush to try today, so I'm just gonna use one of my favorites. This is from Profusion. This is the Blush Hour Soft Matte Liquid Blush in the shade Rosé. I'm feeling like I'm looking a little funny with the light. I might turn off the overhead light. Yeah, now I feel like even though the room behind me is darker, you can see that color better and I'm not shadowed quite so oddly. So this is one of those blushes that has the cute little sponge applicator. Someone told me the deeper shades of this product are much more pigmented. I always say that this blush is so nice and sheer and easy to work with, but I think it's just this shade, Rosé. Oh, love it. Even though I have powder down, this blush is just so easy to use. It doesn't get gummy or anything. Generally, when I use that Covergirl essence, I don't need highlighter, but you know, let's do it today anyway. I'm just gonna use my Flower Beauty highlighting glaze for a little more dewy glow. Okay, I'm gonna throw on some of my trusty Wet n Wild eyeliner in the shade Simma Brown Now. This is the part I can never do on camera. I'll be right back. Okay, so I just tight lined and put a tiny little bit on the bottom. Let's keep it simple. I'm just gonna throw a neutral matte from the Juvia's Place Taupes palette. I think I'm gonna take the shade, a giant fluffy brush. I'm going to diffuse that. Oh man, I just realized I forgot to put on eye primer. Shoot. So it's very, very lightly diffused there. I'm not trying to add too much with this light makeup look. I forgot to put on eye primer. I'm actually gonna take that matte onto my lid as well. I'm gonna be putting on a cream shadow, and this will just help the cream shadow not crease as badly. Okay, I want to put on this Bouncy shadow from Ulta. This is the shade Italian Ice. I'm gonna open this very carefully. Last time I opened this on camera, it fell out all over the floor. We're gonna avoid that today. But this is one of those bouncy, squishy formulas that it is quite crumbly, but you can just press it back into the pan. It's similar to a ColourPop Super Shock, but just more crumbly, I guess. And this shade is very beautiful, wet looking, but not too much for when I'm not looking for a very intense look. Super beautiful. Oh, so pretty. Okay, now let's use another e.l.f. product. Let's use this mascara. So this is the lash extender. I've had this open for several months now, and I have only continued to enjoy it more. I felt like the first month I used it, it was more of a natural looking mascara. Even though it added length, I just felt like it was just, you know, just not too dramatic. As it's dried out, I've enjoyed it even more because it does add more drama now. And I love, absolutely love how this is a true tubing mascara. I love how there's such affordable tubing mascaras now. If you've never tried one, I would really suggest this one from e.l.f. They don't smudge, they come off easily with warm water, and this one from e.l.f. easily builds up without becoming too much, which is my problem that I have with the Thrive. See? Oh, it's so nice. Ooh, I rarely do that, but I just stabbed myself in the eye with the mascara wand. Wow, I haven't done that in forever. I also have a bit of smudging here from when I stabbed myself in the eye, so I'll wipe that off in a minute. I'm gonna go wipe that off. I'm also gonna wipe off my lip balm. I have a couple different things to try for lips. Okay, so normally with a foundation like this, I don't want something super heavy on my lips. I would usually go with like a clear or mostly clear gloss, and this is the newest one in my collection. This is from NYX, and this is it's called This Is Juice Gloss. This is their electrolyte infused color, and I have the scent Guava Snap, and I picked it because it's orange. I really like a orange tinted gloss in the summertime. I'm gonna just quick show you what it looks like, however, because I feel like, you know, it's mostly clear with like the barest tint of orange. And while I really enjoy the color, I kind of wish I had remembered that I really don't like the scent of guava in lip products, but I can stand it. It's just, you know, it's annoying a little bit. So there, I hope you can see how high shine this one is. It's also the type of gloss that really wants to settle into lines and kind of make your lips look plumper. Even though this is not a lip plumping gloss, that's also one of the reasons I've been avoiding buying all the new lip product launches, because they're all plumping and I just can't do that. This one, not a lip plumper, but it is shiny enough and thick enough that it fills in the lines of your lips and makes your lips look bigger. This is the second time I've put this on, and the same thing is happening to me this time as I experienced the first time. Even though this isn't a plumping gloss, and this happens to me sometimes with random glosses, I will experience tingling, I guess, or numbing, and I am feeling that a little bit, even though this isn't supposed to do that. That's just because I have weird sensitivities to lip products. I need to try it a few more times to see if it's a product I need to give away or if it's something that I can tolerate, but I do really like how it looks. I am, however, going to wipe it off because I want to try this other product from Milani. Okay, so this is the new lip stain from Milani, and so many people have been talking about how this is so K-beauty-ish, and I just looked. This is actually made in Korea. So it wouldn't surprise me if its formula is very similar or exact to other K-beauty lip stains that are out there. Specifically, this is the Color Fetish Hydrating Lip Stain. I have mine in the shade Rose Rising. This is actually a much deeper shade than I was expecting. I'm actually gonna wipe off a lot of the product. I don't want it to be too intense, but it's very pretty. It's a glossy lip stain. I saw Kelly Gooch say that she likes to use these as lip liners, which I thought was very interesting. Okay, so you can see it's not lacking color, even though I wiped off most of the product back in here. And it is very comfortable, quite glossy. Rubbing your lips together, my lips don't feel sticky. They just feel very slidey, like a gloss. I have worn this a couple of times. The first time I wore it, I let the gloss wear off almost naturally before I blotted it to look at the staining, and by that point it had really stained my lips pretty much this color, so it's a very good stain. What I'm going to do is let it sit for just a minute and then I'll blot it off. We'll see how it looks and then I'll top it with this gloss. I think there is a very, very, very slight scent that reminds me of cake batter, but it's very, very slight. Have you tried other colors of this? I feel like they all looked so deep and rich. I was kind of hoping for lighter colors, but I think that's the whole point of the stain. You can wipe off the majority of the color and have the remnants underneath. Anyway, it's been sitting for a little bit. Let's see how the stain looks. So that's the stain that's left. You can see there's a lot of color left. So it's a very effective stain, but let's put a little bit of this gloss over the top. I know, even though it's orange, I really don't think it'll affect the color too much. Anyway, I'm kind of a big fan of these products. I'm really happy that I waited until there were products that I really, really wanted before I went ahead and did a drugstore haul. But it's been such a long time since I've done one of these videos that I'm very happy that I was finally able to sit down and do this with you. If you have tried any of these products, make sure and let us all know down in the comments, what do you think, especially if you have tried different shades than me. I really think I've got a group of winners here. I really, really like my makeup today, and I have liked it every day that I have used this, so I do. I think it's a winner. This is still being tested by me. I don't know. I really don't know, guys. I generally don't have an issue with makeup melting off my face, so why did I buy this? I think I was just pressured by popular opinion that it's the best thing ever, but who knows? Maybe it will do amazing things for my makeup. I have not seen that yet, but you know, I'm not ready to review it yet, so we'll see. This bronzer blends beautifully. It is a very interesting peachy tone that I think a lot of people with very fair skin will enjoy. And when I say peachy, I don't mean to say orange, because it's not orange, because it definitely has pink in it. It makes me very, very interested to try the new blushes that just came out. And as for the lip products, they're both being tested, but so far I've been pretty happy with both. We'll just see if I can handle it. Because right now I don't feel any tingling or numbing. Now it feels fine. Okay, I got called away for a second, so sorry if the camera shifted. What was I saying? I think I was going through all the products. Okay, I'm happy with the products. You've made it to the end of the video. Let's talk about my tea of the day. It is such a delicious one. I'm drinking Hojicha, which is a tea from Japan. It is roasted green tea. It has a wonderful aroma, just kind of roasted smelling tea, but it's low in caffeine. Hojicha is super popular in Japan. They even turn it into like ice cream flavors and everything. And honestly, it's such a wonderful, unique flavor. I wish it was popular here. I would buy Hojicha ice cream. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again very soon in the next one. Bye.